Welcome everyone to today's webinar. I have already issued a new poll. Just let me know if it's your first time here. Okay, let me know. Let me know. Okay, good. People are responding here. Just let me tell you more about what we do. We have a daily webinar where Jin will be walking you through his thoughts and ideas for very specific currency for each day. Monday, Aussie, New Zealand. Tuesday, Euro. Wednesday, the pound. Thursday, yen and gold. And Friday, the Canadian dollar. So today it's a Thursday. So Jin will be speaking about yen pairs. As he will be taking us through different time frames, this webinar is going to be very beneficial to both the long-term investors and short-term traders. During these sessions, Jin will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, highlight potential targets and risk. However, a disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to any trades. My name is Daniel. I've known Jin for many years, first as a student, now as a business partner. Jin runs LCMs Traders, where it's all about that courses are conducted to get traders to be consistent and profitable. And Forex Briefcase, which is our managed account services, where Jin trades an AUM of more than $10 million on a daily basis. Jin has been invited to speak on many stages globally, and one of the recent he was invited at Money FM, a Singapore financial radio talk show, to give his views on what is happening on the Forex market. Now, let me run a second poll and let me know, how do you get to this webinar? Okay, I'm going to run a second poll here. Let us know, let us know. While you are doing this poll, I would like to take this opportunity to share with you more about LCMS Traders Club. Okay. Okay, let me do so. Okay, we have here, this is a private group on Facebook where we teach, guide, okay, where we teach, guide, signal, and coach you to be a more better and more profitable trader. This is the place to be, regardless of whether you're new, experienced, part-time, or full-time trading. If you have joined us from Telegram channel, as I've seen in the poll many of you come from, you have been enjoying our trade signals absolutely free. A question you might have here is that when you're told when to get into a trade, but you do not know where to exit. So here in the Traders Club, we not only give you the signals earlier than the traders in the Telegram channel, we also tell you the strategy behind the signals. You can see here, we tell you the strategy and what's the reason why we actually guide you to know where to exit as well. Look at here, we have the TP1 where we have strong momentum, we suggest to hold at TP2, and then we also, when we reach the 35 pips with the outside DB, we actually see that to suggest you to close this trade, for the momentum, because we think also the momentum is slowing down. So with this, all the specific reason telling you what to do, so that in the long run, you not only earn from the signals, but you also learn how to trade better. If you are also joining, you want to learn new strategies requiring some coaching, we also have members only live Zoom sessions on Monday and Wednesday evenings to run through trade ideas, teach you new strategies here, such as, just yesterday on a Wednesday call, we were talking about the trend series on how to properly use the trend lines to trade. And not only that, we have also as well here on a Monday, every Monday, we have all the talks with Jin. Last week, this last Monday, we just talked about the crypto. We invited an expert, crypto trader expert, to talk about it. But we also talk about what happened last week, economy roundup. We talk to you about the signal analysis and give you a little bit of coaching more about why we take and enter a signal trade. Jin will also talk to you about identifying trade ideas, what it takes to be psychological trading, what does it take to be a full-time trading, right? So you can see that this is opportunity. This place is an opportunity where you can pick Jin's brains on pretty much any trading related questions that you might have. Okay, and lastly, not only that, when we go to take a look at here, we have a wide range of analysis for the club members here. We have here we have the currency watch list, where in the morning we'll look at the charts and we look and decided see that what is the buyers to sell or to buy for each pair, what's the entry, what's the take profit. We also have any breaking news analysis. We have correlation chart tables here, daily watch list. Here, all the best information, shortcutting your way to a trading success. Now, to join this paid subscription, is only a $199 a year. All you need to do is to go to tradersclub.com, lcms.com.sg. I think a link will be provided in the chat group right now. It is a paid subscription. You just scroll down the way down. It's only a US $199 a year, which is less than $1 a day. But if you are facing any uncertainty in your trading or taking any risk on your trades, and you definitely need to join the club to get some guidance towards profit and also some coaching to improve on your confidence and strategy immediately. What I end off is like trading can be lonely, right? With a closely community in LCMS Traders Club who's ready to share. Trading can be enjoyable and definitely profitable. So if you haven't already joined, so do click on the link right now and you won't regret it. Okay, that's good. So now, without further ado, let me pass it to Jin for today's analysis on the yen pairs.
Right. So Thursday today, talking about yen pairs, US yen, pound yen, euro yen, and also gold. My still casting half an eye on the election results, so it's still to be counted, but it looks like Biden is going to take it away. But wait till the results come out, and then we'll see what happens. But you can see that over this yesterday and today, first, a lot of more people paying attention to the election results this time round, I feel. And also we've seen that huge volatility in the markets, something to really be very careful of. Okay, put that aside. Looking at the news today, apart from the US presidential election, the main thing we have on at 3 o'clock today is the Bank of England rate decision, right? Going to hold rates at 0.1%. Main thing you want to pay attention to is what's the voting like, how many voting to not change rates, how many voting to cut or to hike. I don't expect any changes in this news. Rates will hold. They're probably not going to do anything about changing it. The UK is going on lockdown today in the UK. So, they're probably going to wait and see what's going to happen. No point cutting rates, no point definitely not increasing rates. So it's a wait and see scenario. Still back towards the focus on the US dollar because of the presidential election. With that said, these numbers coming out, the job numbers coming out from the US today is probably going to be a little bit of a non-event. What you want to pay a lot of attention to is if we get the results by tonight. We get the results of the US presidential election by tonight. 3 a.m. on Friday morning, FOMC statement rate decision to hold at 0.25%, and at 3:30 a.m. FOMC press conference. That is going to be rather or very significant because first you have possibly a new president coming in or the incumbent staying, and then how is that going to impact the FOMC with their decision on interest rates and further stimulus, whether it's going to give a front running of what could happen moving on from here. Read the statement, look at the decision, listen to the press conference if you're going to be trading at this 3 a.m. period. If you're not used to trading at this 3 a.m. period, then I would say go to bed, have good rest, make sure you don't have any trades left open during this period. Volatility is expected to be very much higher during that period. I'll be up I'll be looking at the statement and watching the press conference. So I think it's going to be quite a good opportunity. With that, Friday we have also the non-farm payroll. Where is it? Non-farm payrolls number 661K, expected at 600. So you can see not a big change coming from the US. Still looking at some better numbers, but I think it's going to come out at about maybe, well, we actually have a poll, right? So I'm not going to tell you what I think about it. We actually have a competition, which I'll share more about that with you. But if you're going to guess what the number is, make sure you do it on the Traders Club. With that, all the FOMC statements coming, or the presidential election, FOMC decision, and also non-farm tomorrow night, I think that we could actually be seeing overall some US dollar weakness coming around for very short term before that US dollar strength coming through. Why that weakness is because of all this uncertainty right now. With uncertainty, we're going to see some weakness come through. But then as it stabilizes, as it comes around, then you're going to see that US dollar strength, especially if we're going to see new views and new actions taken through a incumbent or a new president. So looking at the charts, actually before I go into the charts, I'll get onto Facebook. And how am I doing? Traders Club members, make sure you are on this non-farm competition. All you have to do is put in your guess in the comments. Put in your guess in the comments. Prize is $100 Amazon voucher for a person with the exact match. And if you're not exact, you're the closest without going over, you get a $50 Amazon voucher. We have had a lot of guesses already, so make sure you don't have the same guess. Make sure you put in your comments there. I also put in my average guess there at 617K. Okay, so let's look at the charts. We're not talking about the Euro US today. Okay, US yen. So you can see that the US yen yesterday went through this 104.80 level, or yes, past 2 days went through this 104.80 level like it's not there. Right now, the main level is this 104 flat. Okay, 104 flat. I feel that it'll probably come down and test this point. Okay, so this line here. It'll probably come down and test this 104 point. This is why I say that we're probably going to see some US dollar weakness for now, with all that uncertainty, with all the, who's going to win, what's going to happen if they win, is tax going to increase, is there going to be more stimulus, is there going to be riots in the US, if a person loses or if a person wins, it's probably going to see some US dollar weakness come down towards this 104 level, maybe even break 104 a little bit. So how it look like, it'll probably do that. It'll probably do something like that, break 104, make you think that it's going to go to 103, and then once everything gets settled, everything is settled, new president or not, after FOMC and possibly some good news from the non-farm payroll, we probably see the US yen climb back up above 104 towards 104.80 or even 105. So I would say that maybe even towards 105. Don't look to trade the US yen downwards to 104 or below 104. Look for it to buy upwards from maybe 104.20. 104.20, you have a 30 pip stop loss. You have a good 70 or 80 or even 90 pip take profit. 104.20, 30 pip stop loss, 90 pip take profit. A very good risk reward there. 1:3, something that I'll be quite keen on. Okay, it looks like it might come back up a little bit, but I think it's still going to keep coming down. With the Euro yen, how the Euro US was doing, you could see I was just looking at the Euro US just then. It looks like it's going to continue climbing up. The last time I spoke about the Euro US, I said it's going to break it's going to hit 1.17, and if it breaks, look to buy it up towards 1.18. Remember, if you don't know anything about that, watch the Euro US video we did on Tuesday. So with that, Euro Yen is probably going to sit in this range. It's going to sit in this 122.16 to 122.56 level. It's not going to do anything because we're seeing the US yen possibly coming lower with the Euro US possibly pushing up. That's contradicting move is going to put the Euro yen in that contradiction, in that range. Okay. However, you can see that we said US yen looks like it's going to go up in the medium to longer term. Euro US currently moving up as well. Once we see the Euro yen break above 122.83, there might be a very good scenario where you're looking to trade it up towards the 124 level. So look for that 30 pip again for a good 100 pip or 90 pip take profit in 1:3. Fantastic trade levels. If it hits and turns back down, I would not be too keen on the Euro yen. If it turns back down, I wouldn't be too keen. Although it's trading in a range, I think that there's too many things contradicting the Euro yen for it to remain in that range. So I wouldn't be too keen on it. You see a lot of tails and shadows up and down. So I'm only looking for that one direction move on the Euro yen. With pound yen, a lot more straightforward on pound yen. You can see that, it went up, it broke that 135.92 level, and then now we've seen quite a good move downwards already. At this point, it is decision time. I'm just going to highlight this level here. You can see that it bounced off from this point upwards. It is back at the same point again, but I feel that it's more towards the downside. So I would say on a very interim levels, let it break below 135. Definitely have to close below 135. No, actually, to be super safe, I would say go below 134.70. Go below 134.70, then look for that downward move, 90 pips. 40 pips stop loss, 90 pip take profit, 1:2 point something risk reward. But remember, if we are trading the pound yen, we have a pound news at 3 p.m. today. Interest rate decision coming from the Bank of England, possibly, well, most likely going to hold. No change in voting. All that put together, going to bring in some volatility on the pound yen. So while I'm talking about that, I'll look at the pound US dollar. We said on Wednesday that it's possibly going to be going lower because of all of that news. So if that comes lower, we could actually see that pound yen break below 134.70 towards the 133.51 level. Okay. I hope I confused everyone, because if I did, it means it's a great job done. Gold, lastly, I'll zoom in one more. Gold, when I spoke about it last week, said that at that point it's going to come back up and test this 1910 level. It did exactly that. At this point now, gold is strengthening because of the uncertainty in the US dollar, in the US presidential election. So it has moved almost along that brown line that I drew. I think that we can still see further upside in gold as it gets supported by this 1900 level. So if you are trading gold, the super safe option will be to buy above 1930. Super safe option will be to buy above 1930, but I could even be looking at 1920 to start looking to buy it up towards the 2000 level. I hope that makes sense to you. Remember all these price levels, make sure you do your own analysis with that. Don't just blindly jump into trades and buy and sell randomly. Okay, if you are listening and following me through all these videos and you've always wondered how I do my analysis, jump onto the 4-day course.lcms.com.sg. Ignore everything there. Main thing you have to pay attention to is that it could be 199, but it's now 199 for recording, or you could join us live for free 1st of December, 3rd of December, 8th of December, and 10th of December, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. I've done this before in September. Had so much fun. I'm doing it again. It's absolutely free. I just want to make sure that you learn how to trade properly. If you have attended before, attend again, watch it again. Ask more questions. At least this time you know it's not going to be new to you. You know what you're listening to. You can ask more questions. How do you get it free? Click sign up, fill in your details here, and then in the coupon code area, go 200 DAY and click apply, and it is absolutely $0. You do not even have to give me your credit card details. I don't want it. So you know that there is no catch. And for those of you who have attended before, again, as I always ask, help me click like, click share on the post, get more people on board so that they can learn how to trade better, so that they can build another source of income for themselves. With that said, I will pass it back to Daniel.
Okay, thank you very much, Jin. That was a good analysis on the yen pairs. Right now, I just launched a poll. Let us know what you have thought of these sessions. So by the way, a recording of the video will be uploaded. So thank you for joining sessions today. Tomorrow it's a Friday, so we'll be talking about the Canadian dollar. So do join us again tomorrow, same time. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.